Next step on finishing this flower is you're gonna grab your needle nose pliers, one of your pieces of wire. This is the part that's gonna take a little bit of practice and just a general feel for it, but you're gonna grab the very top of your wire and you're gonna just tightly roll. So you make a circle. Now you're gonna grab it, twist it down. So it should look like this. Clamp it so it's flat. So now that you lose that gap right there, so it is a flat circle, and then rotate it back sideways. So it's gonna be like this. So this is what our flower is gonna sit on, and this is its support. I'm gonna make it a little bit flatter. So we have our wire now. We're gonna take our awl, and this is what I'm talking about, poking a hole. You're just hold it, poke a hole straight through, so now you have a hole. It doesn't have to be a very thick hole, you just need a hole. Feed your wire through it, so it just sits right there. And this is how we make sure that our flowers adhere to our wire. So we're gonna put a little bit of glue right on that wire, grab this flower and put it right on top. Now you have a little bit of time, so you're gonna wanna maneuver it so your other flowers are right between these two flowers. So you don't wanna line them up perfectly, you want there to be a separation, so when you pull this up, it's between your two top flowers, like so. Pulling away some more spider webs. Okay, so right here, we're going to put a little bit of glue. I like to put it right here, and here is where your glue is going. You're gonna fold up these two petals right in that little crevice and just pinch. I'm also holding it by putting my thumb here and my fingers underneath just to have really good control over the flower as I'm working. So we're gonna rotate. We're gonna put a little bit of glue in that little divot on each side. Grab two fingers and pinch inside until that glue sets. Just takes a few seconds. Pull some more spider webs away. And then rotate. And then keep going. More spider webs. Oops. Nope. Let's go in here. And then a little bit more glue. Rotate and pinch. Just to hold it all together. And you have your daisy. So sometimes afterwards you get a little bit of loose fibers on your petals. These are just little, it's like if your hairspray doesn't get everything. You know, those little flyaway hairs, same thing. They're little flyaway fibers that you just want to kind of trim and make a little bit neater. And more spider webs. I kind of always pull down on the wire to get all those spider webs too. So this is the part where you can kind of play with it. You can kind of smash it so it's more flat and open. You can cone it more so it's more closed, whatever you feel like. So you're gonna repeat this. You're gonna repeat this for 5 more times till you get all of your flowers on. Okay, next up is leaves. We get another wire. So this kit comes with 2 of these leaves to kind of fan out on your bouquet. And then also each flower has 2 leaves on it as well. What we're gonna start with is you're gonna take your 22 gauge wire. This is the thinner wire. You're gonna measure out about 2 inches. You can use a ruler. I'm using my cutting mat, that helps, but you can also pull in a ruler just to kind of gauge how long to make this. 2 inches is pretty safe, and then you're gonna grab your pliers. So here, so I'm putting that there, measuring it with my finger, so just cut like right at my fingertip length, and then do that. So another way to make multiple of these, I just kind of put them next to each other, and that's now my new guide to just cut. So you're gonna need to cut 1 for each flower. So that's 6 of them for these, and then 2 more for each of these leaf stems. So that's 6 plus 4, which is 10. So you need 10 of these 2-inch pieces. And if they're a little bit off, it's not a big deal. This is just rolling around the wire. So like this very last one on this piece is a little bit shorter. Still works, not a big deal. I'll move that out of the way. So leaves, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your leaf, throw a little bit of glue here. This is the part where you wanna make sure that you're not putting a ton of glue because it will push out the side. And then just pinch to the wire. Now, if it does kind of come out right here, you got your scissors, you can trim it off. Not a big deal. So once that's set, you're gonna grab another leaf, do it again until that's set. So we're gonna do that, put those aside 2 more times for the sake of this video, but you're gonna do 10 of these total. We can work a little faster. I do 2 leaves at the same time, but do what you feel comfortable. Go slow at first. Figure out tricks, tips and tricks along the way so that you can go a little faster. So 1 more time. They're a little, so I'm putting glue on both of these. Oh, where are we? Just right at this edge on both of them. Let me do that again because probably drying at that point too. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue there. So this one might make a mess because there's a little bit of lot, but that's okay. I'll show you how to clean it up. And then hold it tight. Pull away some more spider webs. All right, actually it didn't. Oh, no, see. So on this one, for instance, it pulled a little bit of glue right there. Just grab our snips and snip it off, and it's gone. So we've got that. So we're gonna take one of our 18 gauge wires, and this is gonna be for the big leaf stem. We're gonna throw a little bit of glue right here. Apply our big stem and fold. And clean. Since I can't just sit here with it, I always have to be doing something with my hands. I'm constantly cleaning and pulling and fussing with everything. Now to finish these, I'll move all these out of the way. We'll do our flower first. So we've got our flower here. We're gonna take one of our leaf stems. We're gonna literally crisscross it right here. Oh, I've got spider webs stuck to my hand. And twist. So you want to put a lot of pressure where my finger, this finger is holding the leaf, because you don't want that to move at all, because you want this twist to be tight. So you don't want it going anywhere or falling around. So you're going to twist it really, put a lot of pressure when you're twisting so that it's on there and it's not moving. This is not moving at all. And then we just push and rotate our wire so our leaves are pointing up. So this isn't on tight as, like there's pressure and resistance when I'm doing this, but I can move it up higher if I want. I can put it a little bit lower. It's a great thing about wire. I can push it up, I can push it down. We can put it in the exact position that we want it. We can even put it like, we can pinch those together, which is just like a whole nother look than this one. So these are fanned out, these are put in the back. That's the great thing about wire, put it exactly where you want it. So you're gonna repeat that with all 5 flowers. Put 1 leaf stem on each one. Last step, guys. So now we're gonna do our main leaf stem, this one. So exact same concept, we're gonna grab 2 of these. I'm gonna put a lot of pressure here, right here. This is where I'm really pushing up against the 2 wires, and then rotate and twist. And then I like to make sure the leaves are in the same direction and move them where I want them. So if you notice, like this is closer, oops, We stopped recording. So if you notice right here, this one is closer to the wire than this one. I actually like it. This one's more uniform. Oops, uniform. Do what you feel is more comfortable, what you like, because it's a flower and no leaves are the same. So we're gonna do that one more time. We're gonna put a lot of pressure here and twist and rotate. And put the leaves where we want them. And there you go. Now you have 2 of these. So repeat this on the other one. So this is gonna be what you're, and repeat that again. So you're gonna have 2 of these and 6 of these total. So then when you're done, you're gonna have this. And this is the fun part where you get to throw flowers apparently. But this is the fun part about wire stems, is I can, you know, rotate and bend things out. So it's not just all just sticking straight up. You want more organic, like leaves aren't gonna do that. So you want it more organically bent. Now the flowers can all stay up, or you can bend them whichever way you want. And we're just gonna kind of put them in and fan them out. Now also, these are all the same length right now. You can cut some of them, make some of them shorter, taller, whatever you want to do to make it more realistic, or put them in the directions that you want them to be. So don't be afraid to really play with them. So another way, I mean, I'll just bend this. So I just took off like, you know, an inch here. And now it's more dynamic and just different. So don't be afraid to mess with it, bend wires, adjust, throw them around. But there you go. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I will be sure to answer them. Also, links to my shop below, so that way you can get your own kit or other kits. Other things in my shop are more felt sheets. So if you want to go ahead and try this at home and you just need more felt, feel free to get more felt sheets in different colors and play around and just have fun with it. All of my tools below in a link, so if you don't have some of these tools, feel free to get them below in my Amazon shop. Let's be real. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you get first dibs on all my next tutorials. Thank you so much for joining me and visiting my channel, and this is so much fun today and I can't wait to do more with you guys. Please share your photos of your finished products to my Instagram page @thehardwoodforest. I would love to see what you guys come up with. Thanks.